Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered about your ancestors? Not just your grandparents, but thousands of generations back. We all know about Neanderthals, our famous stocky cousins. But what if I told you there were other human species, other members of our family, who walked this earth and then vanished without a trace? Today we're diving into one of the greatest mysteries of human evolution. We are on the hunt for a ghost species, a population of ancient humans that we know existed, but whose physical remains we've never found. All we have are tantalizing clues hidden within our own DNA. Imagine a detective story where the only evidence is a single, smudged fingerprint left at a million-year-old crime scene. Our story begins not in a dusty archaeological dig, but in a high-tech genetics lab. Scientists were sequencing the genomes of people from sub-Saharan Africa, expecting to find the usual story of human origins. But they found something bizarre. Buried deep within the DNA were genetic sequences that didn't match anything they'd ever seen before, not modern humans, not Neanderthals, not even the mysterious Denisovans. What could these strange genes be? The only logical explanation was that ancient Homo sapiens in Africa had interbred with another, completely unknown archaic human population. A population so old and so distinct that it left a ghostly echo in the DNA of millions of people living today. This is what scientists call archaic introgression. It's a genetic ghost story. So who were these mystery humans? We don't have a skull, we don't have a single bone, all we have is this genetic shadow. Scientists have nicknamed this phantom group a ghost population. Based on the genetic data, they estimate this group split off from our shared human lineage somewhere between 600,000 and 1 million years ago. That's long before our own species, Homo sapiens, even existed. Think about that for a second, while our direct ancestors were evolving in one part of Africa, this other branch of humanity was out there, living its own story for hundreds of thousands of years. They were a separate experiment in being human. What did they look like? How did they live? Did they use tools? Did they have language? We have no idea. The plot thickens when we look at where this genetic mixing happened. It seems our Homo sapiens ancestors encountered and had children with this ghost population around 40,000 to 50,000 years ago in Africa. This wasn't just a one-time event. The evidence suggests it happened multiple times across different regions. It was a world where multiple types of humans coexisted and sometimes they fell in love. But this raises a huge question. If they were around as recently as 40,000 years ago, where are their fossils? Africa is a massive continent, and fossilization is an incredibly rare event. It's entirely possible that their remains are out there, waiting in a cave or buried under desert sands, yet to be discovered. Or maybe we've already found them and just don't know it. There are a few fossil candidates. For example, the Iwo Elaru skull found in Nigeria. It's only about 13,000 years old, which is very recent, but it has incredibly archaic features, almost like a strange blend of ancient and modern human traits. Could this be a descendant of our ghost population? A late surviving relic of this lost species. Another candidate is Homo heidelbergensis, an ancient human species that lived in Africa and Europe. Some researchers believe this ghost lineage could be a late surviving group of African heidelbergensis that we just haven't identified yet. They were known to be tall, strong hunters. Imagine our smaller, more gracile Homo sapiens ancestors meeting these powerful, ancient people on the savannah. So what did we get from them? Why do these ghost genes still exist in our DNA today? Evolution doesn't usually keep things around for no reason. Some scientists theorize that these ancient genes may have given our ancestors an advantage. Perhaps they carried genes for immunity to local diseases that the ghost population had already adapted to over millennia. By interbreeding, our ancestors got a genetic shortcut, a quick upgrade to their immune systems that helped them survive as they expanded across Africa. Other genes might have influenced things like metabolism or adaptation to different climates. It is like they downloaded a survival pack from a species that had been living in that environment for 500,000 years longer than they had. This completely changes how we view our own origins. The old story was a simple tree with Homo sapiens at the top, branching off and replacing everyone else. The new story is a tangled web, a braided river. Our species is not pure, it's a mosaic, a beautiful mix of different ancient lineages, including some we can't even name yet. We are in a very real sense hybrids, and this isn't just an African story. The discovery of the Denisovans in a Siberian cave came from a single pinky bone and a tooth. From that we learned about another ghost population that interbred with humans in Asia. Their DNA is found in people from Tibet to Australia today, and it helps them survive at high altitudes and fight off viruses. The human family was much more diverse and much more interconnected than we ever imagined. But the ultimate mystery remains for our African ghost species. What happened to them? After mixing with our ancestors, they seemed to disappear from the story. Did they simply get absorbed into the much larger Homo sapiens population? Their unique identity fading as their genes blended with ours? Or did they die out due to climate change or competition for resources? Without fossils, we can only speculate. They are a chapter in the human story with the pages ripped out. They survived for hundreds of thousands of years, through ice ages and dramatic environmental shifts. They saw the dawn of our own species. They met us, mingled with us, and then they were gone. Their legacy isn't written in stone or bone, but in the very code of life that we carry within us. Every person of West African descent, for example, carries a significant percentage of this ghost DNA. It's a living testament to a lost world, a world where our ancestors were not alone. It's a reminder that our past is far more complex and fascinating than we think. The next time you think about human history, remember the ghosts. Remember the lost tribes of humanity whose stories are still waiting to be told, hidden in plain sight inside of us. This field of ancient genomics is still incredibly new. Every year, new discoveries are rewriting our family history. Who knows, maybe next year a fossil will be unearthed in a remote African valley that perfectly matches the genetic profile of our ghost species, and we'll finally be able to put a face to the name we don't even have yet. Until then, they remain an incredible puzzle, a testament to the vast, unknown stretches of our own past. Thanks for joining me on this journey into our deep history. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the mysteries of the past. See you next time.